We're pleased to bring in Lior Dayan, now the CEO of Sisram, joining us from Tel Aviv in a first on CNBC interview. It really was a tale of two halves last year, the first half versus the second half. Talk to us about the dynamic of 2020 and how you saw that steep recovery coming through in the second half.
That is true. Good afternoon. Indeed, we did see a different phases in 2020 between the first half and the second half. While the first half was really trying to pick up to see the rhythm, what's being closed and open, and supply chains, how they can deal with, we pretty much got the rhythm of this, and you can see starting around May, first with China, picking up the business, and later, of course, around the end of June, the United States followed. And the second half of 2020 started to pick up. Again, still some of the markets are closed, but we kind of figured that out, that revenge shopping of consumers. And it's picking up towards, at least at this point, during going into 2021.
Yeah, you announced your outlook for 2021 saying revenue growth will be about 40% year over year. Where is that growth going to come from?
Well, the two major giants which are playing a major role will be North America, the United States, and of course China. We're in the period of personal care. This has a lot of attention, and we're in the field of aesthetic medical treatments. So this is coming up very, very well with these areas. Japan is following, South Korea is following, and Europe is still not in the game. But we expect this to come in when vaccines coming in more into the markets.
Lior, it's Hadley in Abu Dhabi. I got to ask you a question. I mean, we're one day away from Israelis heading to the polls. Benjamin Netanyahu essentially running what has been the most successful inoculation drive in the world. Do you think that's going to help him get reelected?
I don't know. This is a tricky one. I think very hard to predict right now. And any of the polls all of the polls are showing this. Looks like a tie. But I do have to say that the fact that Israel is running strong with the vaccines is helping economy. And we expect to see this in other places. Our major manufacturing sites are more than 95% vaccines already by this. And this is something that needs to get credit for.
Lior, I know you're listing in Hong Kong, and I'm just curious. There's been so much speculation about this $10 billion investment by the UAE that they plan to make in Israel. There's a lot of cross-pollination between Israeli tech companies, healthcare companies, and the UAE as well. Any thoughts about bringing some of your facilities to this part of the world?
So we are expanding strong into Asia. This is very, very clear. But we work in more than 90 countries. Having establishments in Germany with some manufacturing capability over there, we work with that region, and you're in Abu Dhabi right now for many years. And so this is not new to us. But we do see the three major markets, as mentioned before, the North America, China, and I expect within the next few years also India.
Lior, we're going to have to leave it there. Lior Dayan, CEO of Sisram, thanks so much for joining CNBC.